Power on. Bluetooth connected.
Hello, good afternoon, sir. Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Hello, Tangajin.
Brother Thomas.
I wrote to you WhatsApp.
Yeah, today discussion I will ask about experience or enlightenment. What is
Yeah.
meaning the enlightenment? I think it is a tapinyuda, not nirvana. But I will discuss. I will ask to the professor or
Yeah.
lecturer. Yeah,
Yes, you can ask
yeah,
and you can send to me your definition. And
yeah,
I sent you what my Sri Lanka friend wrote to me. Just look at your your
yeah.
chat box. Chat
Yeah,
box.
yes. I'm also think enlightenment is only tapinyuda, not nibbana. I think, but not sure. I will ask to the Seattle to the lecturer. Yeah.
And now you
Okay,
can see my
thank
face.
you very much for
Thank you.
for you.
Nice to
uh,
meet you, sir. Mm.
and yeah, I heard your discussion, so we can discuss that later on.
Yeah.
So we will directly go to our lesson, and hopefully we can. Hopefully you might have read the handout. Um, so. My I'm trying to finish this handout uh, today, and here we have the list of noble persons that is called Arya Puggala, and that's now now this is interesting because um, now this is apart from the traditional and oft mentioned, that is the list that we quite often come across. right, that we quite often come across. That is the standard list of 8 noble persons, starting the list of 2 pairs multiplied by 4. Magga Phala, Sowan, Magga Sowan Phala, Sakadagami Magga and Sakadagami Phala. So this standard list of 8 noble ones is the oft mentioned one, the list quite often mentioned, but the lists that we are dealing with today are not quite often mentioned. But from now, these names are found in a particular canon. Here and there are scattered. Here and there are scattered. The names of these noble persons are found. But there is one particular book in the Abhidhamma that is called Puggala Panyati Pakarana. I think that is the 6th book of the Abhidharma canon, Puggala Panyati Pakarana. You find the names of all these noble ones. So Puggala Panyati means the conventions or the designations of persons. Panyati means designations. Puggala means the person. So person names are called Puggala Panyati. So that the book that contains those names are called Puggala Panyati Pakarana. And when that book becomes an Abhidharma work, okay, Abhidharma works, the canonical works are introduced as Pakaranas. So they therefore the particular Prakarana that contains the designations or the names of the persons is called Puggala Panyati Pakarana. Now, you come here that which is very, now if you look at this one, this is the one that I mentioned just a little while ago, that is the standard list, the list that we quite often come across. Now we have Sota Patti Magga. Now it is actually the position, the spiritual position is mentioned here, not the name. I think if you if you translate this, you have to be very careful with the technical terms. The one in the path of stream entry. There is a terrible mistake. Now I am noticing that. Yeah, never mind. It's okay. It's okay. The one, yeah, it's never mind. No, that's okay. The one in the path of stream entry. So he's in the path, stream entry. Sota Patti Magga. Sota Patti Magga. Magga is the path. He is yet in the path of stream entry. Now, the one who is in search of the noble level is also categorized as a noble person. Now he is very close actually. Now this kind of person is not far away from the truth. Now there is a difference. Now there is this understanding, difference in understanding in the Abhidharma and Sutra Pitaka. Now according to Sutra Pitaka, there is a particular period that you have. The Sotapatti Magga level, the level where you are going in search of or reaching towards the first noble level, has a period. But Abhidharma doesn't have such a level. Abhidharma, the stream entry is recognized by a particular one thought. So that is called Magga thought, which is called path thought, And immediately after this Magga thought here, there will be path thought arising immediately afterwards. Magga thought. So this is Magga, and this is phala. That is the Abhidharma way of presenting. Because Abhidharma doesn't show a period. In the canon, we have a period. But in the Abhidharma, we don't have a period. So what we see as the one who is in the stream entry is the one who has the moment that you have this particular thought called Magga thought. Magga thought. Immediately after that, he will have Pala thought. So there is no one who might stop at Magga level, because according to Abhidharma explanation, the no sooner or anyone who gets this Magga thought will definitely come to the Pala thought, because that is a must. That is a must, because they are immediately taking place. There is no any description of a person who came to Magga thought and finished there, finished the progress there. Okay, so now what I want to focus is that now there is a difference in the explanation only. In the explanation. So now in the discourses, there is a period, as I told you. But in the Abhidharma, there is just one thought. Now, if I tell you, okay, if I tell you, is this a big difference? Is this a contradiction? No, that is not a contradiction, because the only difference is in Abhidharma, each and every event is shown according to a particular thought. Enlightenment is a thought. So the best way to show it is the moment that you get that path thought. So here there is in the Sutra Pitaka, there is a progression. Abhidharma is technical. Abhidharma is technical. Sutra Pitaka is non-technical. And this is called Pariyaya. This is called Nipariyaya, because it is non-technical. Sorry. Yeah, Sutra Pitaka is Pariyaya. Abhidharma is Nipariyaya. There are no modes. There are no different ways. Okay, this is conventional type of explanation. So therefore, Abhidharma shows only the particular moment that you have the highest thought of this category. That is path thought. The path thought is there, and that is the highest level of that path. Highest, maximum, highest moment that you get a particular thought called Magga thought. But in the Sutra Pitaka, up to that time, you are passing a period. This is a period where you are reaching, or you are getting closer and closer to this one. Any problem that is it clear to you? Is it clear? Any problem?
Yes,
Yes,
clear.
yeah. Start.
Okay. Now the amount of fetters. Now these are called fetters. The fetters destroyed. Fetters destroyed. Sanyojana. The Pali word is sanyojana. Sanyojana. Okay, it's not easy. Sanyojana. The Pali word is sangyojana. Sang, Y,
Sanyosana,
you,
right?
sanyojana. The 10 fetters. There is a list of, a standard list of 10 fetters. Standard list of 10 fetters. All right. Self. Now, the amount of fetters, sanyojana means that you are tied up with that. What ties up you to the samsara is called fetters, sanyojana. That you can't escape from the samsara because you are tied up. Tied up with these things. So they are called fetters. Self-view, doubt, you don't have that, and adherence to rites and rituals. Now you don't believe the one who comes to the noble path, the first noble path, doesn't have the view that our psychocorporeality has any substantial phenomenon, that is a self. You don't have a self. You are not believing in any any mystic, any supernatural power, undestructible supernatural power within you. So you totally believe that your body mind are mechanism, are processes. So there is nothing that you can glean as undestructive, supernormal, and uh, and what we call substantial, that is a self, in the psychocorporeality. So that is the view, one quality. And again, you don't have doubt, vichikicha. You are not doubting the Dhamma, you are not doubting the Buddha, you are not doubting Sangha, you are not doubting the doctrine, you are not the path of the path, like that. So you don't have the skeptical doubt. You don't have the skeptical doubt. And the other one is, the last one is, you are not believing. You are not believing. Maybe you are doing some rituals, it doesn't matter, but you are not believing that uh, liberation is possible through uh, through rituals. Now, this is the thing that I am concerned with when I quite often read about this peace walk. The peace walk, if we think that peace walk is, now peace is a very vague term, but if we think that peace walk is peace here is another word for liberation experience, because in Buddhism the peace is, there is no better peace or any other more valuable peace than the peace in liberation. So if you take this liberation, now walking is just a kind of ritual. It's like a ritual, right? It's like a ritual because nowadays it is becoming a ritual. So by walking, you are not going to have any peace, because that is not any purification of mind. That could generate some serene mind. eh? That could generate a serene mind, but not actual freedom, the consciousness. Because at least you cannot experience that freedom in the real thing. So like that. So normally what Silabbata Paramasa means, that they are not believing in the freedom to be obtainable, possible to be obtained, possible to be found in from the rituals. They don't believe it. Maybe I mean, the Sotapanna person might do rituals, but they never believe in that. That is possible. Liberation is possible from the rituals. So that is called Silabbata Paramasa, clinging to rituals. Actually, the technical meaning is adherence or clinging to rituals. Paramasa, Sila Bata Paramasa. Silabbata Paramasa. So that is prohibited. So Sotapatti Phala is the confirmation. Phala is the result. Okay. Phala is the result. So the difference between the two is that one time, I think Phala confirms that stage. Sotapatti Phala confirms the stage. Because after Magga and Phala, you are not going to decline. But Magga is the path, and Phala is the confirmation. So if you have Phala, which means that the result is obtained. the result is obtained. Now, why do we have these two words? Because this one up to now, why do we have these two terms? It's very interesting. Now this mugger is different from pala because mugger is a karmic production. Mugger is a karmic production. Now it's a result of karma. Magga thought is this one is a karma production. Karma production. That is a production of that's bring about by previous karma. And that thought is also a karma. So now without being fortunate, you are not capable of producing this path thought. Okay. But path thought generate a result called phala, the second one. Phala. Phala is a result. Magga is a karmic thought. It is accumulated by means of previous karma also. And the previous karma is conducive for reaching, in order to reach this stage of Sotapanna stage. Without that, it is impossible. Now, phala is a result of that magga thought. Phala is a result of that magga thought. Magga is karmic, phala is the result of that. Now, there is a difference. Anything? If you have any question, please ask me. I don't know because
Yes,
if you don't understand.
may I
Yes.
ask a question, dear Professor?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so no question.
Okay,
No question.
okay.
Yeah.
According to what I've heard, what I've learned, maybe it is wrong. Kindly correct me. When you get the maga, Sotapati,
Hmm.
mega, Sakatagami, or Nagami, or mega, it is only one moment. That's what I learned. It is one moment when you reach this Sotapati or whatever, and then after this mega moment, then the phala, the fruits appear. So that is what I learned. It may be wrong. Kindly correct me.
No, it's correct. It's correct. But the only thing that you have to add to this one, now this explanation that you mentioned is exactly convenient with matches with the Abhidharma explanation, because Abhidharma explains only in terms of the moments, elements. So here the Magga thought Abhidharma considers as a particular moment that you have a magga thought, because that is the ultimate end of your search. So the one who go in search of the one who goes in search going go one who goes in search of nobility reaches to ultimate level called magga, and then he comes to immediately after that he comes to the confirmation of that thought called phala. So now the only difference between Sutra Pitaka, the discourses, and Abhidharma is that Abhidharma being an explanation according to elements, particular thoughts and material elements. Abhidharma is interested in showing the particular moment he reaches to the highest level of his search, his path of searching. The particular moment, the particular thought that he gets immediately before the enlightenment. But in the Sutra Pitaka, there is the Sutra Pitaka signifies a particular period. Because Sutra Pitaka is non-technical, so it is very much likely that Sutra Pitaka takes into account the period, the practitioner's period, when he go in search of the noble level. So Abhidharma ignores that period going in search of, but shows the highest level, the particular moment he reaches, he experiences the Nibbana. So that is the only difference. I don't know whether, if it is not clear, still I can explain it. Thomas, how is it? Is it clear?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Professor. Thank you. It is okay. Thank you. It is clear for me.
Yes. So now Phala, now you have to add to that. I mean, everybody has to add to that Phala Kamma is Magga is a karmic production always. Magga is a karmic production. Phala is the result. So Magga, you need the previous karma also. Your power of previous karma is also necessary in order to go to, because it depends on the amount, because some people during the Buddha's time were not able to go beyond some of the levels. For example, some were just only Sotapanna, some were just only Sakadagamis. Beyond that they could not go, because why? Because karmically their psychocorporeality was not sufficient to reach to that level, because that nobleness, probably that psychocorporeal, they were not matured enough to reach to that level. So that was karmic. So all the time, Magga is considered to be a production of karma. You need to have a solid karmic backing, solid karmic support. Your heart or your reality must be ready to reach to the subtle levels of spirituality. So some actually were not able to go beyond some of the levels. So to reach to the Arhan, the final level, irrespective of their practice. So karma, there is this difference, karma and phala. Now from here we have Sakadagami Magga. So all these are karmic production. Sakadagami Magga and Sakadagami Phala. Anagami Magga. Sakadagami. Now look at this one. Sakadagami means the one who realized in fruition once return. The one realizing the fruition of one's return. Sakadagami. Sakat means one time. Now Sakadagami talks about a person who has to come to this level one more time, because he is not fully matured. His stains are still remaining. Some of the taints are still remaining. So he has to come to this level world once again, one more time. And that is the last birth. But Anagami doesn't come to this world. Anagami doesn't come to this world because Anagami doesn't have the fetus to be born in this human world, Now when we say Anagami, he is non-returner, which means he doesn't return to human world, human realm. He is not born as Kama. Rather than human, I would like to use the word Kama. Actually, he will never be born as an animal, because there is no way for him to be born as an animal. Definitely, once you are being born, or once you reach to the noble level, the only possibility is to be born as a human being. But this person, Anagami, doesn't break that also. he is not going to be born even as a human being again. He is not returning to even this human world. Non-returner means anagami means that. Because his fetters are very loose. His fetters are very subtle, not gross, subtle to the extent that they are not capable of producing a human birth. They are not capable of producing a human birth. So therefore, no need to come back to the human realm. So any question?
Yes, dear Professor, I think the anagami cannot also not going to Deva Loka anymore because
Yeah.
there's one
Yeah.
Brahma Loka.
Thank you.
There's
Not
one,
even to the Deva Loka.
there's
And
one Brahma.
to the Brahma
Yes.
Loka. Yeah, that's right. Non-return. Now, here actually, now not about this is about Kama Loka actually. Kama Loka belong Devalokas and not Devaloka and the human world are considered within the Kama Vachara, Kama worlds. These Brahma worlds are not Kama Vachara, they are Rupa and Arupa. So actually the Anagami could be born in the Brahma Lokas. For example, he is when we explain rest of the part of the discussion, you will come to know this. So they could be born in the Brahma world, but not in the Kamavachara world, because Kamavachara birth is a gross level, because you have grosser bodies. Humans especially have gross bodies, even the gods. So now they are not. Now psychologically, anagamis cannot be born in the Kamavachara world, Kama world, sensuous world, because they have actually transcended that level. Transcended that psychological nature. That is the reason. Now, here again from this side, you can see the fetters that they destroy. Now, at this level, Sakadagami destroys entirely. All above are destroyed. Sexual desire, all above are destroyed. And sexual desire and hatred are weakened. Now, even for these three are gone for this one also. But sexual desire and hatred are weakened. So even at the Sakadagami, Magga and Pala level, sexual desire and hatred are weakened only. They are not destroyed. They are not fully eradicated. Now look at that one. It's not easy, right? So now these two, sexual desire and hatred, are still remaining in case of the one's return. Now, as soon as you come to the third level, these two are also gone. All above. Lower fetters. Now, there is a new word called lower fetters. Now, look at this one. Oram bhagyani sanyojanani. Oram bhagyani sanyojanani. Now, here we have oram bhagi, which means these five are called oram bhagi. They are called lower fetters. Now, the self-view, skeptical doubts, they are oram bhagi, which means lower. These fetters belong to those who are in the lower level. Okay, sexual desire is a lower level, hatred is a lower level fetter, lower level one. But these are higher. Now, what are the higher fetters? Destroyed by non-return level and arhant level. At the non-return level, you have when you come to anagami magga level, all these lower fetters are destroyed. All these lower fetters are destroyed. But when we come to Arahant level, Magga and Pala level, Uddhambhagiya Sanyojanas are destroyed. All the Uddhambhagiya Sanyojanas are destroyed. What are the Uddhambhagiya Sanyojanas? Ruparaga, is it given? Fetters. Desire for form, desire for formless, man, conceit, ignorance, restlessness, uddhacha, and avijja. Now they are called uddhacha. Sorry, they are called higher. Even though these are fetters. Some fetters belong to lower level and some fetters belong to higher level. Lower levels, the higher level fetters. The higher level fetters are the fetters which are destroyed at the Arahant level. Which are destroyed at the Arahant level. What are they? They have desire for forms. Now those who want to meditate in order to experience the material meditative experience, that is called desire for forms, rupa raga. Rupa raga, there is a mistake, there is no H here. Rupa raga, just HG. Rupa raga means the desire for forms, the form experience, that is meditative experience. Desire for the formless, this is also meditative experience, formless meditative experience. And then we have conceit, mana. Conceit, you have what we call pride, simply, in simple terms, pride, self-pride. The people have it quite a lot. But pride or conceit, mana, is also a higher fetter. Even these anagami type of people had mana about their practice. They were always very proud. They were always very much, So pride is not easy thing to destroy. Even at the anagami level, you have it. The people with, they have the self-pride. Anagami people had what we call self-pride. So that was not something that even the anagamis could destroy. Now all the fetters are gone at the Arahant level, Arahata Pala. Both Ruparaga and Aruparaga fetters are gone, are destroyed. Yeah. Yeah. So that is how it is, this Pala, Magga and Pala level. So, so there are a few words that you have to keep in mind, that is Magga and Pala. And then we have what we call the Sanyojana, and we have two types of Sanyojanas. What are the two types of Sanyojana? The two types of Sanyojanas are Uddhambhagiya Sanyojana and Orambhagiya Sanyojana. Orambhagiya Sanyojana mean the lower fetters. Uddhambhagiya Sanyojana mean the higher fetters. The one who meditates. Okay. So if you have self-pride, don't worry about that, because pride is something. If you don't, if you don't put yourself into a trouble because of conceit, conceit is not a problem. Because this pride, self-pride, is something that comes with you until the time that you liberate yourself. So that is that powerful.
Bhante, can I ask a question, please?
Sure.
is about Arupa Raga and Rupa Raga. I understand this is a meditative state uh, thing. And my question is, could this be also craving for just a rupa, like a material things, and also non-material things? Can they be included in there?
No, because already the rupa and arupa, whatever. Now this is one interpretation that the people, because now I'm not talking about you, but some people, especially the Western scholars, try to show it that way also, because they don't believe in such a different realm, expect, I mean, totally a mystic like realm where these different beings are being born. So they are interested in explaining these terms in what we are familiar with, whatever we are familiar with in this human world itself. But no, because whatever comes either as rupa or arupa belongs again to the karma world itself. Because in the karma world, the rupa and arupa, what we are desirous of, belong to again material sensuous world. So our desire, it is within that. So and on the other hand, actually we feel that definitely the beings who have transcended the level where, I mean, where who have experience of the jhanic experience, who have the jhanic experience, rupa and arupa. Now this is the logic here. Now if you have again and again practiced this rupa and arupa jhanas, now there is a tendency that your final thought is going to be similar to one or the other rupa and arupa jhanas. Say if you have familiarized yourself and quite often practiced rupa jhanas, say second jhana, then naturally at your death you might get a second jhana thought, which is very much similar to second jhana. Now when you experience that one, naturally that thought, now our destiny, the next future, the future birth is determined by this last thought. So this last thought itself is a different type of attachment. It is not an attachment to the human world. It is not an attachment to the sensuous world, something of the sensuous world, but it is a kind of attachment to the material or immaterial world, rupa raga, rupa or arupa world. So based on that, he must definitely be born in such a realm where the attachment matches with. That is the logic. Is it clear?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Where are you from? Where are you from? Are you from Sri Lanka or
Oh no, I'm from Mongolia.
Mongolia? Okay. Yeah, right. Give me a moment because my battery is running out of charge. So I need to find, I forgot my, give me a little bit of time, right? Sorry. I will come back after 5 to 6 minutes. Sorry. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your patience. Right. Any other question? Okay. Now, actually, even though the standard list is very just consists of only 8 persons, we have other designations, names that this standard list does not include. For example, the very word called Gotrabhu itself is not included in this one. Gotrabhu, actually, there should be one A here. It should be Gotrabhu, not Gotrabhu. This Gotrabhu, now this list is very much expanded. Okay, very much expanded in other certain contexts. Now I have given some references in the canon. Most of the time you find them in the Puggala Panyati. Now I have given here the reference Puggala Panyati. Because Puggala Panyati is the place where you find all these lists. And the list, the people, these noble persons are expanded. Now we have some subcategories. We have a few subcategories of the noble ones. Now all the people, all the nobles one in the, not all the ones actually, some of these noble ones are divided into a few persons. Now one good example is Gotrabhu. Gotrabhu is not found. Gotrabhu is not found in the Gotrabhu is not found in the in this list, in the former list, because but according to some other list, even Gotrabhu should be regarded as a noble person. Now these are not exactly pointed out, but we can infer. Because how can we infer? If according to the Sutra Pitaka, if the Sotapanna Magga person has a particular period of time, Gotrabhu belongs to this period. Okay, Gotrabhu. So if Sotapati Magga reflects this period, means this period, then the Gotrabhu should belong to this period. So therefore, Gotrabhu should be someone who belongs somewhere here. So therefore, he is regarded as another noble person. Now, Gotrabhu, what is Gotrabhu? Is there anyone who can translate the word Gotrabhu? Anyone who can translate the word Gotrabhu? Huh? Anyone who can translate the word Gotrabhu? Gotrabhu.
Change of lineage.
Hmm?
Change of lineage.
Change of lineage. Did you check AI?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, because today in the modern time, the people, quickly check Google, or now we have this one. Actually, the original meaning of Gotrabhu is Gotra means lineage. Yes. What lineage? Or lineage. The lineage is the lineage of uh, I mean, lineage means, actually the lineage means mundane lineage, secular lineage. That is called worldly lineage, worldly lineage. So that we are in the worldly lineage. So if you can change it, if you can suppress it, so change means suppressing. You subdue, you suppress, you overcome. That is mean bhu. So if this lineage is, okay, this lineage is suppressed, it is a change. The way how you have been living up to, living according to. So that lineage is totally, because that is what we call the world of origin, decay, and death. That particular world is changed. So you are not supporting that world now. You are not supporting that world of origin, decay, origination, decay, and death. That so therefore it is called Gotra Bhu, the change of lineage, by suppressing the Gotra. Gotra means the worldly existence, the lineage of worldly existence. Any question? Is it clear?
Sir, yes. So Gotrabu could actually, I mean, Silabata Paramasa can also relate to the Gotrabu too, yes?
Now this is not actually, I mean, definitely given in according to the text, but we can infer. Wait a moment. Oh, Prasanna Matama. Kian ikmat kian man this. Gila and hari given land. Mudal neti karagandi pa. Neti karagandi pa. Okay. Hari. Okay. Now again your question. Gotra Bhu. Now Gotra Bhu, it is not definitely given as far as I can remember the text. But Gotra Bhu, when you during that time, okay, Gotra Bhu must definitely a person, because if now look at this, if Magga has a particular period, if a Magga has a particular period according to the sutra, if Gotra Bhu fall in this particular time space, then definitely Gotra Bhu must be a person who doesn't believe in the efficacy of rites and ritual. So therefore, Gotra Bhu cannot be a person who believes in the efficacy, the fruitfulness of rites and rituals for liberation. That is true. That is right. You are correct.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Now, Gotra Bhu, according to this standard list, has two dimensions, two directions. One is Saddhanusari, the other one is Dhammanusari. One is Saddhanusari and the other one is Dhammanusari. One follows the path of Saddha, that is the faith. The one follows the path of Dhamma. Now you have to remind, you have to think that. Now even these spiritual practitioners, okay, now there is a variety. There is a huge variety among them. Huge variety among them. What is the variety? Can you please? Okay. Yeah. So now there is a variety of the people. They are not the same, right? These people also show a significant difference. One person is Saddhanusari, means that he follows the path of Saddha, right? The follower of the teaching whose faculty of faith is dominant. Now his faculty of faith is dominant, and actually his understanding is not dominant, but his faculty of Saddha is dominant. Now look at that. But there is one who follower of the teaching whose faculty of wisdom is dominant. Now both are the followers of teaching, but this person is more faithful than knowledgeable. But this person is more knowledgeable than faithful. So this person shows a lot of faith, respect, faithfulness, respect. And this person shows his knowledgeability, the wisdom. So they are two different persons. We need to understand they are character diversity. That is a character diversity, a character difference. Okay, one is someone who's dominantly showing his sadhindriya, the faculty of faith, and another one is explained as the one who shows the faculty of wisdom. Yeah, okay, Thomas, give me a little moment. I will let you ask the question.
Sorry.
No, never mind. So here the term is given sadhindriya, not saddha. Sadhindriya. Here the word is given. I think there is a mistake again. So I don't know what. This is not sadhindriya. This is panyindriya. Panyindriya. That's a mistake. Sorry. It should be. Okay, give me a moment. It should be, yes. It should be panyindriya. Not sadhindriya, but panyindriya. Okay, so this is how it goes. So please correct it. It should be panyindriya. Panya indriya. Okay, saddha indriya, panya indriya. That's how it goes. Saddha indriya. Saddha plus indriya becomes panyindriya. Panya plus indriya becomes panyindriya, sadhindriya. Okay, it's that's the combination of the words. Okay, now right now, yeah. So this is the mistake. So this should be panyindriya. Now one's wisdom is dominant, other one's faith is dominant. Okay, Thomas, now you can ask your question.
This respected Professor, I just want to mention it is interesting for the Sammasambuddha in this world cycle, we have 5 Buddhas, and they also have special character. Like one Buddha has a Saddha, one Buddha has a Pinya, and one Buddha has a Virya. So the
That's right.
last Buddha to come.
Saddhadika, Viryadika, and Panyadika. Some Buddhas.
Yes.
Saddhadika means they are Saddha is prominent. Viryadika, the effort is dominant. Panyadika, the wisdom is dominant. Very correct, Thomas. Thank you for reminding that. Yes. So So we have the difference between Saddha Vimutta. Oh no, I think now I have too quickly I have explained Saddha Vimutta and Dittipatta here but it should come later on. But okay, now never mind, we can get an idea because so far we have not described the two persons Saddha Vimutta and Dittipatta. But it says now for just for clarification, it says here the difference between Saddha Vimutta and Dittipatta is that the former understand the Four Noble Truths and the other teaching of the Buddha accepted through wisdom, and some of his taints are destroyed having seen with wisdom, but not in the same way as one who has attained direct vision, that is Dittipatta. So there is a difference between these two persons, but one is that the Dittipatta is direct vision. Direct vision. What is this direct vision? Actually, there are people, I have seen such people. Now, I have seen monks actually who are very highly spiritual level. And these monks, the committed practitioners, some can explain the Dhamma, some can explain the Dhamma, I mean, character-wise, they are spiritual, what we call, I mean, their behavior and the way of thinking into the noble life is very much the same. But as far as their ability to explain Dhamma is concerned, this Dittipatta person, later on it will be described what Dittipatta means and what is Saddha Vimutta means. But this, I will take this one. This Saddhindriya person is, this Panindriya person, faculty of wisdom dominant person, has the ability to explain without thinking, without inferring, without any attempt, because he himself personally actualizes it. And that is a dominant thing. I have experienced such explanations, and these people explain the exact Buddha's Dhamma very much like in his memory. Okay, the Dhamma naturally flows into his mind. There is no any attempt. There is no any inference. There is no any conclusions, inferences. There is no any attempt to explain the major doctrinal concept. So it naturally flows. The Dharma, the explanation is so natural that he doesn't make any attempt. But this the other person, I mean, is behavior-wise very much the same with the former, but needs to be careful in his explanation. He always make inferences, and he sometimes he shows some sort of doubtfulness even. Some sort of doubtfulness. He may use the words like maybe, and it is very much likely that, so like inferences type of words, but that is not his any I mean that is totally the difference of the characters, because his wisdom is dominant, is not dominant, but this person's wisdom is so acute. This person's wisdom is not that acute. So there is this difference. There is this difference even when they explain the teaching of the Buddha, when they express the first-hand experience of the teaching. Probably this person, if they check their destroyed unwholesome tendencies, they are very much the same. There is no any difference. The destroyed fetters are the same, but when it comes to the explanation of Dhamma, they are different. So like that. So that difference is still there. It doesn't mean that one is higher than the other one. No. They are the same. Spiritually, they are the same, but they shows their difference in in their faculties. Any questions? So Sotapanna here means this one. Sotapanna is another way that you explain the one who has to come to these two levels. That is stream Sotapatti Magga and Sotapatti Phala. So that person we call Sotapanna, the one who has come to Apanna. Sotapanna, I think it's a very nice word. I think you need to learn the meaning of that word. Sotha Apanna. Sotha Apanna becomes Sotapanna. What is Sotha? Sotha is the stream. Stream. STREM, stream. Got into the stream. So, sorry, stream. This is the stream. Panna means got into the stream. Got into or entered. Apanna. Sotapanna. Yeah. So yeah. So Sotapanna. Now there are a few people. Sattakattu Parama, and one who has maximum 7 more births. Kolang Kola, one who is with pure faculties, hence passing from one family of being to another, having only 2 to 3 future births. And then Eka Biji, only one birth as a result of developing concentration and wisdom. Now, Sattakattu Parama. Sattakattung means in Pali 7 times. Sattakattu means 7 times. 7 times. He comes to this world 7 times. Now look at that. Even though he has destroyed 3 fetters, in order to, according to his kind of wisdom and the type of behavior, or we would simply, you can see Sila, Samadhi and Panya, morality, concentration and wisdom. He happens to comes to this world 7 times, which means that still he has more births. He needs to be born in 7 times. He need to be born 7 times. He need to be born in 7 births. Mostly, we don't exactly know, but 7 times, either in this world or in another world. We don't know. Probably in the heaven also. And the next one, Kolang Kola, having only 2 to 3 future births. Kolang Kola. And the explanation in the text is quite vague, actually. One who is with pure faculties, Anasava Indriya, hence passing from one family of being to another. So this passage is very unclear in the text. Passing from one family of being to another. So that's a very vague term. So it signifies that he may be born as a human being or any other being. So that is the view. So then we have to make the question whether this person, Sattakattu Parama, who is going to be born 7 times, cannot be, whether that person cannot be born in the heaven. So these are some of the unclear question in the text, but somehow today we are not in a position to exactly interpret those vague terms in the canon, but that is the literal translation of the text. But definitely the Kolang Kola has 2 to 3 future births to be born. Probably it means probably it means, wait a moment, sorry. Sorry. Yes, so it's not exactly. Probably it means that my understanding is that even he, during these 2 to 3 births, he may go to another life. For example, he may be born as a Deva or any other position. So it is very much likely that. So even though he has 2 to 3 births, yeah, yes. And Ekabiji, only one birth as a result of developing concentration and wisdom. So his concentration and wisdom are very acute, so they come only one time. So they are called Ekabiji. Now what are the 3 terms? Sattak Hattu Parama. One Sotapanna person is Sottak Hattu Parama. The other one is Kolang Kola, having 2 to 3 births. The other one is Ekabiji. Ekabiji. What is the word? Ekabiji. Can you pronounce? Ekabiji. Ekabiji, right? Only one birth as a result of developing concentration and wisdom. Right. Now, Anagami list is again a little bit, Anagami list is again a little bit descriptive. So, Anagami cannot be born in this world because Anagamis, as soon as you come to Anagami level, you will see. Now here, Anagami, all the sexual desires, hatred, and also, sexual desire and hatred gone. All the lower fetters are gone, which means that the fetters related to the Kama Vachara worlds are gone. So such a person cannot come to this world because the logic is, or the principle is, you come to a particular world depending upon the nature of your craving. The nature of your craving. Here, your craving does not, so craving is not only desire. It's not just desire. Craving is a very broader term. So craving, here the craving, you have destroyed your craving related to sensuous world. Sensual desires are gone. Actually, it is not rather than sexual desire, it is better to be called as sensual desire, because kama raga is not merely sexual desire but also sensual desire. So kama means sense, the sensuous things. So rather than sexual desire, it is better to be called sensual desire. So if the sensual desire is gone, that person cannot be born in the human world, because the principle is not working there. What is the principle? You don't have the necessary amount of attachment. The necessary of attachment, there is no necessary amount of attachment to be born in the human realm. So you don't come here. So you transcend the human world. So definitely you have to go on to another place. So there are few births of, rather than births, you can call them, there are few ways of ending the life by anagami, because anagami is a very high state. It's a very higher state. So such a person is actually immediately, very quickly can end their sansaric existence. So now that is very quick. So actually these future births of anagamis are put in a way according to how they are going to end their life. To end their life in the sense that how they are going to be enlightened, or to be what is called to be enlightened, how they are going to be enlightened and pass away. So that is, there are 5 noble persons under anagami: antara parinibbai, upahaccha parinibbai, asankhara parinibbai, sasankhara parinibbai, akanittagami. Okay. Antara parinibbai. Now, what is the extent? With the destruction of the 5 lower fetters, is spontaneously reborn, and there attains final nibbana, not subject to return from that world. Attains nibbana before the full lifespan is lived. Antara, look at this word. Antara means halfway, in between. Parinibbai, antara parinibbai, which means that this person is not coming to this world, okay, is not coming to this world, and they are being born, okay, before the life, they are being born in a non-human world, which is actually a Brahma world, pure abodes, not in this world, but they are being born in the pure abodes, not in the Devaloka, not in the Kama Loka. So they are being born in the pure abodes, Brahma worlds, because of the fact that their psychological nature goes with only the Brahma world. So they are being born there, but they don't need to, they are being born there for a particular period of time. So say they have born here and they have to live in the Brahma world 100 years. Now, this is just figurative imagination. Okay, if they have to live in the Brahma world for 100 years, they don't live 100 years. Maybe they live up to 45 years or 50 years or say 60 years, something like that. They pass away. They become enlightened and pass away. So that is the possible interpretation there. And Upahacha Parinibbai once attains Nibbana at death after passing the lifespan, this person is born in the Brahma world, and then if it is supposed to live 80 years, he lives until the time of that 80 years, and here he passes away, enlightened and passes away. Asankhara Parinibbai is a different. Asankhara and Sasankhara. Asankhara, Sasankhara. Asankhara means no attempt, effortless. Effortless. Look at this, effortless. Sankhara, sa means with, up means without. Up without, okay, up without, sa means with effort, without effort. So this person doesn't have too many. So it means that these people have to make some small effort even after being born in the Brahma world. But these two persons, only this person do not need to make an effort. Asankhar, we don't know why. We cannot imagine why exactly, but that is the nature. So there is no sufficient technical textual evidence to show why. So we can infer that according to his distracted passions or distracted fetters, he is very much close to the Nibbana. The last one is Akanittagami. Directly he is go to Akanittagami. So this is the Brahma world where these bones are born. Akanittagami. Akanitta is a Brahma world. Akanitta is a Brahma world. Okay, this is a Brahma world. This is a Brahma world. Akanitta is a Brahma world. A pure abode. And he will be born there. The lower fetters, Oram, Bhagya and Sanjanya, have been abandoned. The fetters leading to future rebirth have not been abandoned. The fetter leading to renewed become have not been abandoned. This person directly is born in the Akanitta. It's directly born in the Akanitta. He goes to Akanitta. Okay, so that's one list. There are different lists in the like manner. And this is another list of 7. So here we have the category of 7 noble persons. It's also very famous one. Very famous one. One liberated both ways. Ubato bhaga vimutta. What is this Ubato bhaga vimutta? Ubato bhaga vimutta. This person, this Ubato bhaga vimutta, has released from both ends. Bhaga means ends. Ends of both ways. Ubha means two. Ubha means two. Ubato means from 2 ways. From 2. Ubato. Bhaga means ways. Bhaga ways. Vimukta released. Liberated. Released from 2 ways themselves. What are the 2 liberation ways in Buddhism? What are the 2 liberation ways in Buddhism? One is developing the concentration. Developing the concentration. We explained that previously. You can develop your concentration, and that we call Cheto Vimutti. Cheto Vimukti. Actually, when you reach to the maximum level of concentration, that also become a path of liberation. I think what is happening is that your concentration come to a level where you cannot sustain any impurities, defilements. You cannot sustain in your mind any impurities. That is why the concentration vimutti, what is called Cheto Vimutti means. Buddha introduced a path. Buddha introduced a path by which the disciples reach to a level. Disciples can reach to a level where if they come out of that experience, meditative experience, they are already enlightened. Because according to according to the way how we can understand it, as soon as you come to that subtle meditative level, your mind cannot sustain any impurities further. That is why you become enlightened, and you become released, you become liberated. Okay, any questions about these things? Anything you want to know? Clear?
Yes, Bhante. May I try to put it in my own words? Some
Yeah, okay.
people will try to come to Nibbana with developing the high concentration first, and then when they finally reach the high concentration, they go for Nibbana. And other persons, they might go from just the sati, just from the awareness, not from the samadhi. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. So some people actually will. I think this is. Yeah. Now, Thomas, can you repeat it, please?
From my understanding, some
Yeah.
meditators, they go with the samatha, with the samadhi for the jhana
Yeah.
lot for a long time. And from the highest jhana, they go for nibbana. Other people, they don't do that. They just go for a little bit of samatha, only little, and they go straight for nibbana. This is what I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah. That's true. That's right. Yes. So there is. If I add a little bit to that, so actually this jhana that this early Buddhist text describe is called, I think you can remember, there is a particular jhana that I mentioned that only the Buddhists, the Buddha introduced, and this jhana is called Sanya Vedaita Nirodha, or some people call Nirodha Sanya. At one time I explained this, Nirodha Sanya, or Nirodha, or Sanya Vedaita Nirodha, in which you totally transcend your Sanya and Vedana. So total eradication of Sanya and Vedana is a meditative level which Buddha introduced. And if you come to that level, you are already enlightened. So that is Cheto Vimutti, the release or liberation through what we call concentration, through concentration. And the other one is directly, yes, with little bit of samatha. With little bit of samatha, you can directly go to vipassana. And there actually you don't need. It is simply the what we call visankhara. That is, you are not producing mental configurations. Now, what is visankhara? Now, all the time you have what we call raga, dvesha, and moha, the desire, hatred, and delusion. These are what we call sankhara. So, unintentionally, we develop a lot of sankharas. But if you practice to manage these sankhara dispositions or configurations in a way that you are not giving rise to them, they naturally decay. their power of origination goes away, which means that you come to, by this process, you can eliminate your potentials or the tendencies. So that is, and thereby you can come to the Arahant level by Visankhara. So that simply, that is what we call what is called enlightenment. And the meditative transformation is something different, and there we have directly, now we have entirely the progress or the development of concentration meditations, and thereby reaching to the highest level where you cannot further, your mind cannot further sustain bare unwholesome tendencies. So that is called Sanya Vedeti Nirodha and Nirodha, or Nirodha Sanya, or Nirodha, simply Nirodha. Any questions? Clear again?
Thank you, Bante.
Anyone who needs further explanation? Okay, we can go to other list. Ubato Bhaga Vimutta. Then another one is Panya Vimutta. The second one I explained, directly dealing with tendencies. This one is developing concentration, but this one is directly dealing with tendencies, to eradicate tendencies. There is one person who is absolutely, you can truly actualize the Dhamma. All cannot do that. Kaya Sakhi can actually actualize it. He can truly experience Dhamma. He can truly witness Dhamma. That is called Kaya Sakhi. And there is another one who has attained view. That person doesn't truly witness it. You cannot experience it, but he has attained view. He has the view. He has a clear view. Now, I think most of the people were Dittipattas rather than Kayasakti. Kayasakti people are very rare. These people are many more. They have the clear view, not the witness, bodily witness. One liberated by faith. There is another one called liberated by faith. One who follows the Dhamma, Dhammanusari. One who follows the Dhamma, Dhammanusari, and one who follows the faith, Saddhanusari. Before we were explaining these two, Dhammanusari and Saddhanusari, and we relate them to Gotra Bhu levels. We relate them to Gotra Bhu category, Saddhanusari level and Dhammanusari level. This person is going in the direction of faith, and this person is in the direction of Dhamma. So now this chart is clearer. This chart is very clearer because it has all these categories put in one table, not chart, a table. One table can explain everything. One table can explain all these lists in a more rational manner. This idea is presented by, I have taken from this book, Kwang Sunil. He is a Korean scholar working for Dongguk University. So Hwang Sunil has written this book, Metaphor and Literalism in Buddhism. So this book is a very famous one now. I have read that book. I have taken this from his book. Now it's easier to understand. Now look at this. Main four noble persons. Main four noble persons. But here also the main four nobles list is not categorically given. So now major four persons we can include here with, now we have here, yes, this one. Okay. Gotrabhu. Gotrabhu is added because in the standard list Gotrabhu is not there, but we can include Gotrabhu because Gotrabhu is at the level of Sakadagami Magga level. So therefore we can include Gotrabhu without any hesitation. So Gotrabhu, Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, Arhant. Gotrabhu, as we explained previously, is divided into two: Saddhanusari, Dhammanusari. One is going in the direction of Saddha, one is going in the direction of Dhamma. So Saddhanusari remains here, faculty of faith. So faculty of so if you are in the faculty of faith, then you become Saddha Vimutta. Saddha Vimutta. What does this mean? Okay, I missed something. So Gotrabhu includes these two persons. Sotapanna includes, as we explained, Sattakattu Parama, Kolang Kola, Eka Biji. And Anagami we explained, Antara Paranibhai, Upahacha Paranibhai, Asankhar Paranibhai, Sasankhar Paranibhai, Akanittagami. We know these 5 people. Arahant, we have 2 persons, Ubato Bhaga Vimutta and Panya Vimutta. Ubato Bhaga Vimutta and Panya Vimutta. That list I think is clear. Anyone who is not clear about this? I think it is same explanation with more details. If you have faculty of faith dominant, then what happens is that they belong here. They belong here because they are Saddhanusari, because they are level in the Gotrabhu level. Still have not come to the either the Magga level or Phala level. Actually, you can call them in the Magga level. They are in the Magga level. Gotrabhu. Okay. So when you come to this level, Saddhanusari, Dhammanusari, Sotapanna, the 3. Sattakattu Parama, born 7 times. Kolang Kola, born 2 to 3 times. Eka Biji, only 1 time. Sakadagami, there are no divisions here. And Anagami, Antara Paranibhai, Upahacha Paranibhai, Asankhara Paranibhai, Sasankhara Paranibhai, Akanittagam. Arahant, these 2. If your faculty is faith, Saddhanusari. Here you are in the Gotrabhu level, Saddhanusari. And when it comes to Saddha Vimukta, it could be either very much Sotapanna or Sakadagami or Anagami or not. We don't know exactly. We exactly don't know where he is, where he can be located. We cannot identify his location because he could be either of anyone in between the Sotapanna level and the Arahant level. We exactly don't know. We cannot definitely say that Saddha, Vimutta and Arahant. So he can be any of these places. Okay. So if you have faculty of concentration, now there is one person who has not so far been included, that is Animitta Vihari. Animitta Vihari we have not explained. So it is found in the Sunil Hwang's books. And there also this Kaya Sakhi. Kaya Sakhi could be either a Sotapanna or a Sakadagami or Anagami. We don't exactly know. So he could be at any position. But he is not when he becomes an Arahant, he becomes an Ubato Bhaga Vimutta. When Kaya Sakhi becomes an Arahant, he becomes an Ubato Bhaga Vimutta. When Dittipatta becomes Arahant, he becomes a Panya Vimutta. So again, Gotrabhu is equal to Dhammanusari. Now look at, if your faculty is inside. So now all these people belong to this layer. Faculty of faith, Saddhanusari. Faculty of concentration, Animitta Vihari, but that is not found in many tech contexts. Faculty of insight is called Dhammanusari. And if your faculty of insight, if you liberate yourself, if your faculty of insight is dominant, and when you become an arahant, you are called Panya Vimutti. Panya Vimutta. Panya Vimutta. I think it's an easier explanation. Do you have any question to ask? That's very good. Yeah, I think we have finished it, and you can yes. Is it understandable? Now, Saddha Vimutta, I think some of the terms are very. Saddhanusari is clear. I think Saddha Vimutta is one who is freed from Saddha. Now, Saddha, it becomes clear that Saddha is not necessary all the time. So, there should be a time that you become freed from Saddha. I mean, you can be freed from Saddha. But someone can become even an Arahant. Now see, now the Buddhas, as Thomas said, Saddhadika Buddhas, which means that even at the Arahant level, you can be seriously faithful. So the faith is not a bad thing. So the faith in the Buddha, faith in the Dhamma, faith in the Sangha. So that is not a bad thing. Some people are very faithful. That is good. Because by faith itself, one can be liberated. One can be liberated. One have that the liberation is possible even to the person who is very, very, very faithful, very faithful. So again, this Kaya Sakhi is not an Arahant. Kaya Sakhi, when he becomes an Arahant, he becomes Ubato Bhaga Vimutta. Ubato Bhaga Vimutta. Kaya Sakhi becomes an Ubato Bhaga Vimutta. Because he experienced Nibbana. He is a person who actually can experience the power of Nibbana, the experience of the Nibbana. So such a person can physically feel that the liberation. That is what called Kaya Sakhi. Sakhi means witness. I mean, think about this. Some people can realize, okay, now this is very interesting. Some people can realize when they actually, they can physically experience the change of body and mind when they come to Nibbana. This means that, I will give one example. Now, Buddhism, Nibbana is called, now this is not I mean, this is not from the book, from my, as a practitioner, from my personal kind of, engagement in the monastic life. So some people, when they actually gradually reach Nibbana, they gradually understand the truth, they can experience. Now, Nibbana is said to be Siti Bhuta. Nibbana is cool. Nibbana is cool. Nibbana is a pacification, which can discard your tensions. Kaya daha, kaya darata, the heat, the tension of the body. Then the more you go closer, the more you gradually reach Nibbana, the more you must be able to experience this, the cooled nature. Okay, so this cool nature, this experience of pacification. His pacification. He's not a person whose body is cooled, body is pacified. It means that the person must be able to experience by himself the pacification of the body. Isn't it so? The Siti Bhuta means that. When the more you reduce, the more you reduce tendencies, the more the body should be cooled. So he can tell that this I feel like that. But not all the people. Some people don't feel that. But they can say that they realize, they understand the teaching. And the teaching is very evident. No explanations are needed. No explanations are needed. Once the Dhamma is explained by somebody, he can understand it. He can sort of perceptualize it. That's called Kaya Sakhi. So, but not all the people. So when he becomes an Arhant, he can be an Ubato Bhaga Vimukta. That's how it goes. Okay, so now this lesson is a very effective one. So I think we can go to a new lesson next week. You need to keep in mind this list, especially it's okay. Right, any questions? Is it clear?
Hello, Bande.
Yes. Yeah.
mostly I'm clear, but the one thing that I want to put a question is, is not make me like deaf, unclear.
Yeah.
Is it so one request, please? Can you show the list of like Gotrabu?
Gotrabu. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Gotrabu. Yes.
Yeah. In here, Gotrabu stick. I'm not clear about the Sadanusari and Damanusari. So the one thing that I understand to tell you is Sadanusari is depend on their fate. Depend on their
Yeah.
fate. And Damanusari is depend on their wisdom to and maybe like nearly close to the Sodapana. It's like that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
So the one thing that I want to put a question is Sadanusari is so if we want to like arrive the Sodapana, so Sadanusari, can we go with Sadanusari? So and Damanusari is depend on their wisdom, is they go to with the wisdom. So these two things make me unclear. So can you make
Yeah. Sadhanusara. I mean, it's like this. The both now. Yeah. Now, both believe in the teaching. Both believe in the teaching to be true. Okay, both of them are believing the teaching to be true, because the first thing is that you need to make sure that the teaching is the teaching is the right path. You have to believe that. But Sadhanusari is actually, what it means is, Sadhanusari is a person who now Sadhanusari is a person who believes in the teaching, okay, believes in the teaching and more faithful, which means that he can make correct conclusions. He can conclude, okay, he can conclude that this teaching is right. And here Saddha is the faith in the Buddha, in the Dhamma, in the Sangha. So he can conclude that this is the right path. It is unshakable faith. It is because he following the path because of this unshakable faith, and not because of the fact that he is sort of convinced of that. It means that he is not his wisdom is not that acute to see the that okay, I mean, it's like this again. Now see this. I have this. I say now I have these two pins, right? Okay, I have these two pins, and I explain somebody. I don't write. I not without writing. I saw that this was the equipment. This was the equipment that now say we are not using. We are not using this any longer. So say we are talking about pen after 35 years more, at a time when you are not using the pins, like for example cassette recorders. today we don't have magnetic cassette recorders. The modern generation don't know that, doesn't know that. So we need to explain them. So after 30 years or 50 years, at a time when we are not using pens, tell somebody these was the pens, this was the pen equipment which was used to write on the papers, but I don't show it, I just explain it. And somebody who looks into that sees this, and he thinks that yes, it is possible. It is possible because it has a point here. So maybe using it the point downwards, you can write it. So he just make a correct conclusion, more faithful conclusion. But another one can analyze this more. He can analyze it more, and he look into that and sees other things. For example, he sees ink and also the shape of it, and then he also look it into other smaller parts, the ball which is turning, and he thinks, look into that, and he sees this is the ink, and he thinks yes, so the ink might come through the turning ball, and maybe it is then it can write, because the whatever ink that comes over the point may be used, may be applied for writing. So that kind of conclusion. So the former one actually doesn't see the function. So the difference is the second one can actually acutely understand its function. So the first one is doing a right conclusion based on his faith. The second one is not conclusion, but he is actually, he's witnessed that this is definitely so because it has this and these qualities. So it is amount of the acuteness of wisdom. So this person cannot actually truly witness the way how the Buddha's teaching, Buddha's teachings works. But this Dhammanusari can, he's more acute, more penetrative, more wise to see how these Dhammas are functioning. For example, if you say anicca, the Buddha says that the world is suffering. The world is suffering because this is how it suffers. The suffering arises because of you have avidya, the sankhara, you have sankhara, because of sankhara you have vijnana. That way you explain. Then that person's okay. It seems to be, he sees that explanation to be truly okay. So that is the most probable example. He make right conclusion. But the other one can actually analyze. Vijnana pacchaya sankhara. Okay. The vijnana is a condition for sankhara because of this. Then he has a practical kind of understanding about how the teaching works. So that is what the difference, I think, difference between Saddhanusari and Dhammanusari. So that's all. One's wisdom is acute, one's faith is acute. Now what is the difference? When your wisdom is acute, you don't need any longer don't need a faith. Your wisdom is acute, so therefore you give up the faith. So you believe in it because of your first-hand understanding. But here in this case, he can conclude that, okay, this must be the real truth, nothing beyond this. But as he doesn't show how the Dhamma functions, Dhamma activates, Dhamma works, he makes a very strong faith, and he developed that faith very much. So that is why he is very much faithful to Buddha. So those kind of people, the wisdom people, are not so faithful. But these Saddha people are very much faithful because their Saddha, their strong faith is a foundation for his emotional Saddha. Emotional saddha means that you express your saddha externally also. Yeah, that's a good question. Any other questions?
Yeah, thank you so much, Bandi. I'm clear more than before. So, can I ask the next question?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So, as you explain, I want to put a question. What the object that makes strong faith to Sadanusari?
What the object?
Yeah, what the object that make a strong faith?
Object.
Yeah, object.
Dhamma. The teaching.
Dhamma.
For both it is Dhamma, because one sees the possibility, the other one witness it. So for both it is Dhamma, listening to Dhamma.
Okay, Bandi. Thank you so much.
Yeah, very good. So any other questions like that? That's a very good question. Yeah. So with that, we can conclude today's lecture. Thank you very much. So see you next week.
Thank you, Bandi.
Thank you so much, Bandi. See you next week.
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
See you next